Hello, good morning everybody. Nice to see you. Welcome. July the 1st, summer is here. And today we're going to be talking all about the topic of meetings. Right? Fantastic. So meetings at work, meetings at business, also meetings, it could be at college or at university with tutors. All the kind of the language, idioms, vocabulary you need to talk about meetings. We're also going to be looking inside my toolbox to share another tool to help you learn English better. And also do a nice relaxing visualization today. So it's all very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to it and I hope that you are too. So listen, let's begin with a little bit of this. Hello there, welcome, nice to see you all. So today's topic is meetings, right? We're going to be talking about meetings. Just before we do, I've got a quick shout out. I'd like to share with you another message that I got. It's always nice to receive messages from students. And this was a nice one from Ella. It was a short while ago. And Ella says, "Sir, you are second to none." That's a lovely idiomatic expression. You are second to none. As a teacher, in my humble opinion, I truly enjoy your course and all your videos on YouTube as well. I appreciate you and your hard work. I learn a lot from your lessons. Frankly speaking, I listen to you daily for hours as I love learning English with you. That is great. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Wishing you all the best, Ella. Thank you very, very much, Ella. That's a lovely, lovely comment. I do appreciate it also. Thanks. So Ella here was making an interesting comment, right? That I know a lot of people watch the YouTube videos and follow my course, and they do both. And some students ask, do I need to do both? Well, it's a good question, and that really is for you to decide. If you are happy studying on YouTube, for me, there's lots of distractions, there's lots of adverts and stuff. And a course sometimes can help you focus and get really focused. And it's systematic structure, right? That's easy to follow. So it really depends on you. I think a lot of people do both, whatever works for you as a student. The courses that she's referring to, Ella, are this one, the IELTS Speaking Success, Get a Band 7. Guys, if the moderators are here, thank you so much for all your help on this. If you could share the link for students on the chat, then that would be great. I do have another course, which is Fluency for IELTS Speaking. This one is a much more structured course focused on IELTS Speaking, very much so. This one, a lot of students do this who are not even studying for IELTS. They just want to improve English and fluency. And it's great for that. It's not really about tips for the exam. It's structured around question and answers based on 16 grammatical units. So it's a great review of grammar as well. So you can check them out. If they're right for you, fantastic, go for it. Right, let's see who is in the house today. Who have we got? We've got Siowu, Hazibul, nice to see you. Elam Sharifi, how's it going? Very well, Elam, thank you very much. Gabriella, it's hot in Naples. Is it really? It's quite cool in Santander. It's 19 degrees, just how I like it. As Afzal Hossein Chowdhury from Bangladesh, hello, nice to see you. Nawal Radwan from Malaysia, great to see you. Great, nice. And Cheryl, hello, good to see you. Who else have we got? We've got all sorts of people from all over the world, from Uzbekistan, Kavila Shark. Nice to see you all, guys. Lovely. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to look at meetings. It's more about work, but it could also apply to school and college. Some of the language could be about meeting friends, but that's a slightly different kind of meeting. Okay, so let's have a look. Actually, let me just go through what we're going to do today so that you know what's going to happen in the next hour and a half. We're going to look at meetings. I'm going to start with some vocabulary, looking at some of the essential vocabulary, but also more complex vocabulary you need. And then we're going to discuss what makes a successful meeting. I did ask you, a lot of you on the Facebook group replied, and on the community in YouTube, about your opinion about meetings, if you like them, if you think they're a waste of time, or can they be successful. So we're going to talk quite a bit about that. We're going to go into the toolbox. I've got an interesting tool today that somebody asked me about. They spotted me using it, and I'm going to share it with you. We'll do a relaxing visualization. I don't know, it seems quite popular. I think people are generally stressed out. People want to enjoy learning English and just relax, right? IELTS is high pressure. So I think it's nice now and again just to learn in a very relaxed way. So we'll be doing a relaxed visualization. Of course, we'll be looking at idioms again. I also always like to have a look at idioms. I wonder if you know this one. To have your work cut out. Now remember, it's an idiom. It's nothing to do with cutting paper. It's a more idiomatic expression. We'll be looking at that one and many more as well. And of course, we'll finish up with our game of Kahoot to challenge you again to see if you are staying awake or if you're having a nap during my class. Right, that's it. That's all the stuff that we've got coming on. Lovely. Do you like my minimalist? Today it's like minimalist signposts. It's very much in the corporate way, I guess. Right, excellent. Good. So let's see. Let's begin. Where should we begin? We begin with some vocabulary. And this is where I get distracted by your comments because they're so interesting. Nat Hong, I do remember you. How are you doing? Yes. Ashraf, nice to see you. Sirifan from Thailand, good to see you here as well. And Aminul from Bangladesh, well done. Thank you very much for your comments. Okay, so let me switch the screen and let's go and have a look at some vocabulary. So, useful vocabulary. So let's begin with the basics, right? We're talking about meetings. Then, of course, we want to say to meet. So to meet somebody or to meet some colleagues or to meet somebody, it can be used in a business context or in a friend context. I'm going to meet John for a coffee at 6 o'clock, right? It's meeting a friend. But I have to meet my boss at 7 o'clock. If you want to make it clearer that it's about business, you say, I'm having a meeting with my boss. Or I'm having a meeting with HR, or I'm having a meeting with my teacher. So when you say to have a meeting, right, it is more formal. To meet is just friends or work, both. So to make it clear that it's formal, you say I'm going to have a meeting, or I'm holding a meeting with my colleagues. That means you're the organizer. Or I'm calling a meeting or scheduling a meeting or schedule, as we say in Britain, schedule a meeting. You can also say schedule, as the last week's pronunciation test showed you, right? So let me just make those slightly different. To have a meeting, slightly more formal. And to have a meeting, it could be either you organize it or somebody else. But if you say I'm holding, calling, or scheduling a meeting, then you are the organizer, right? Obviously, because you're calling people to the meeting, or you're putting it in their diary or their calendar or their schedule. I like schedule. That's a lovely word, schedule. I'm going to stay with that pronunciation. It's funny how the Americans influence us. So, again, if you want to make a distinction, right, between meeting with friends and meeting for work, like business like, then with friends, we would say to meet up, right? So this is more informal. I'm meeting up with friends. You wouldn't say, I'm having a meeting with friends in Starbucks, right? You don't have meetings with friends. I mean, a meeting with colleagues, yes, but not with friends. I mean, it sounds like you're going to have an agenda. First, we go to the cinema. Second, you must buy the popcorn at 3 o'clock, right? It's all a bit formal. So to meet up is informal, right? It sounds more informal. I'm going to meet up with some friends. That's the way to make the difference. Or I'm going to get together with my family. We're going for a picnic. We're going to get together. Again, families don't have meetings unless you're a very, very organized family. But normally the family would get together to discuss the holiday plans or to discuss something in the family. So again, this is more informal with friends or family to get together. I'll put family as well. You can also say to have a get together. We're to have a get together. To have a get together is for family and friends to come together for maybe a dinner, a party, something like that, right? So that's more for friends and family gathering together for a dinner or a party. Whoops. I don't need brackets, do I? Let me just make that clearer. So we could also say to have a get together. That just means family and friends gathering for a dinner. Again, it's not. It's informal. Lovely. Let's see. I'm going to bring you in. I love bringing you in. I've got to bring in Lan, who says, my immediate family rarely gets together because I live far from them, far away from them. Great. Nice. We've also got here, chat says to eat out and to date. To eat out is again with friends and family. To date is with a girl or a boy, right? To date somebody is not friends and family. To date is specifically boy-girl relationship, or boy-boy, girl-girl, whatever takes your fancy, right? Great. Meetings. Emmy brings up to attend a meeting. And Emmy, you've jumped the gun, but it's perfect. But it brings me to our next group, which is this one. So Emmy, let's take us into this one. We can say to attend a meeting. I'm going to add that because I've got to chair a meeting. But let me add to attend a meeting. To chair a meeting, that means to lead the meeting, to organize the discussion in the meeting, right? Organize the discussion. Thank you, autocorrector. So that's in the meeting. To set an agenda. So the agenda, I'm sure you know, is normally a piece of paper if you're old-fashioned, or maybe you have a digital agenda on your phone. But it's basically the points or the items, we would say items usually, the items you're going to discuss, right? So you set an agenda and then you follow the items on the agenda. Item 1, let's review last year's sales figures. Item 2, let's find a new way to promote our new product. Item 3, let's go for lunch, right? So you follow the items on the agenda. Stick to the agenda means to follow, because some people don't follow the agenda. Some people go off topic, a bit like in IELTS. Don't go off topic, right? Follow the agenda. Great. Attend a meeting. We've got that. To chair a meeting. To take the minutes. We've got. So to take the minutes is to take notes. So very often in a meeting, people will have different roles. You'll have the chairperson who organizes the discussion. You'll have the secretary who takes notes. And that can be different each time, right? It's not a job. It's not, well, it can be, but it also could be different people take the role of secretary. You may have a timekeeper who just keeps time, things like that. So to take the minutes is to take notes. It's to take the official notes that will be published to everybody else in the meeting after the meeting. So to take, these are official notes for the meeting. If it's a formal meeting, obviously some meetings are less formal. If you're meeting with colleagues, you don't always take minutes. But if it's a formal meeting, you should take minutes. You should. Great. And during the meeting, you may give your opinion, of course. And a nice alternative is to say to voice your opinion. Literally, voice, right? I want to voice my opinion. Jack, today you haven't said anything. Why don't you voice your opinion? Tell us what you think, right? So nice expressions. Excellent. Let me bring you in. Let me see how you're doing. Steve says, how about jot down notes, sir? Yes. So that's nice. So jot down notes is to write informally, right? You notice a phrasal verb, jot down. Normally phrasal verbs are slightly more informal. So how about jot down notes? Yes, you can jot down notes if it's more informal. If it's formal, take the minutes, right? So let me add that. Steve, that's a good one. So jot down some notes. I like jot down. That's really good, right? So that's to take informal notes. Normally, if you jot down some notes, that would be for yourself, not to share with everybody else, right? To take a meeting, Mary, you don't take a meeting. How can you take a meeting? No, not a good collocation. I wouldn't say to take a meeting. No. To state the meeting? No. No. You can state the agenda, right? To say the agenda. Let's state the agenda, but not the meeting. Yosra says, by and large, discussing the minutes of a meeting could be a tall order, depending on the nature of your work, for sure. Minutes could be pronounced with minutes. Right? No, minutes is always minutes, minutes. It's the same word, whether it's the clock ticking or whether it's the notes in a meeting. But the pronunciation definitely Yeah, nice, great. Nizar says, my boss will chair a meeting tonight. Lucky you. Are you going, Nizar? Are you going to attend the meeting? We can say, what else can we say? We can say, Vezal says, yes, postpone a meeting. Indeed, if it needs to be put back to a later date. So you can also postpone a meeting. Let's add, we can add a couple of these. That's nice. To put back to a later date is to postpone a meeting. It's kind of vice versa, but thanks, Vezal. That's great. To put back to a later date. So to postpone, to delay, if you like. Yes. Right, brilliant, good. To take down notes says Fatty's Kitchen. Fatty's Kitchen TV? I'm fascinated. What do you do? To take down notes, yes, you can take down notes, exactly. But normally that would be in the plural, right? To take down notes. Right? Notice jot down notes. I'm pointing, but you can't see. To take notes in the plural. Lovely. Thank you very much for that. Let's move on. Let's look. Okay, different kinds of meetings. There's a lot of stuff on the internet about this, and I wasn't convinced it's all really true. Because in my career, I've had lots of meetings for project management, for senior management, for schools and teachers, and nobody really talks about different kinds of meetings, but it is true that there are certain meetings that we refer to. So I kind of picked out, I've mixed up some ideas from the internet with my personal experience of what in reality we talk about with meetings, right? So I think we can talk first of all about internal meetings or in-company meeting. Let me put it in the singular just to make it clearer. An internal meeting or an in-company meeting. So that's a meeting inside your company with colleagues inside your company. So it's not meeting business clients. It's not meeting other companies or other teachers at a conference. That would be an external meeting. This is an internal meeting. So sometimes that's made very clear in a business because you don't want some colleague bringing in a competitor who happens to be his friend and leaking all of the valuable information, right? So sometimes we make it clear this is an internal meeting, right? Only for your eyes only. The other kind of common meeting is this first meeting, right? So when you, for example, when you join a company, you're going to have a first meeting or an introductory meeting with a HR manager, with different people on your team. You'll have an initial meeting with other departments. You may have a get to know you meeting with colleagues. Also, I think the first time you meet a customer, a potential customer, you're going to have an introductory meeting. So you've made maybe you've made a cold call, right, to get the customer. And you say, well, listen, shall we meet up next Tuesday? Great. We can have an initial meeting and then see how it goes. So all of these, absolutely. First meeting, introductory meeting. Not an easy word. Introductory. Introductory. Nice. I hope you're repeating with me. Introductory meeting. Initial. Shh. Initial. Initial. Oh. Oh, it's like you're swallowing a peanut. Oh. Initial. Initial meeting. Or a get to know you meeting. It is what it says on the can, right? We're going to get to know each other. It's a get to know you meeting. So these absolutely are commonly used. It's a kind of meeting, right? All of these with the same meeting. Other meetings that I have definitely had are status updates. So often in our department, every week on Monday, 10 o'clock, we meet up. It's kind of 30 minutes. It's round the table, bum, 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 status update. What are you doing? What have you done? Boom, in just a couple of sentences. Next person, what have you done? What are you doing? Bum. And it's each person giving an update of their activity. So you could call it an activity update, but we tend to call it a status update. So let's say it's give an update on your work activity, basically, right? It's not status like married or single. So you don't go to the meeting, say, yes, I got married. Oh, yes, I've met a new girlfriend. No, it's not that status. It's what work have you done? So status updates. And often that meeting is made crystal clear. It's a status update because it's not about making decisions. No, it's not about solving problems. Absolutely not. There's no discussion, right? Because that takes ages. It's bum, 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 fast, round the table, give an update. Recurring meetings, right? So as it says, recurring means repeating. So many status updates are recurring meetings. Same time, same place. You've probably done this on your calendar when you put in a meeting and Microsoft says, is this a recurring meeting? Shall I put this in every week? It wants to help you. Bless it. So that can be a recurring meeting, right? Happens on a regular basis, at a regular time. So again, that's another very common kind of meeting. And then, yes, you've got problem-solving meetings, brainstorms, decision-making meetings. These are all different kinds of meetings. And I think, yes, in my experience, sometimes the chair or the leader, so when I say, I don't mean the chair as in what you're sitting on, the chair as in the leader of the meeting, will make it clear in the agenda. Or when they call you, they say, listen, this is a problem-solving meeting. This is our goal. This is the problem. I want to solve it. Or it's a decision-making meeting, right? We need to make a decision. whatever happens, when we finish, we must make a decision. So yes, we can qualify sometimes. We can talk about these kind of meetings. You may have team building meetings. Gosh, I've had quite a few of those where the goal is just to build the team, right? So those are also other kinds of meetings. Brilliant. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see. I'd have to. Oh, I'm way behind you. I've missed all the comments. Right, Carnval, very nice. Our meeting with Keith are recurring meetings. Yes, your meetings with me are recurring every Thursday. Yes. We've got idea sharing meetings. Yes, very good, Mohammed. Shafikil. We often talk about idea sharing meetings or information sharing meetings. Yes. Good. Recurring events. Yep, good. What else? Presentation meeting, possibly. Yes, it could be a presentation meeting. And where the goal is only to present. So that's giving information. I guess that's information sharing, but it's one way. Annual general meeting. So absolutely, I think for many companies, especially public companies, they must have an annual general meeting. Brilliant. Keith, classes are always problem-solving meetings. Yes. We do solve some problems, don't we? Put the world to rights. This is a nice one. Follow-up meeting. Yeah, Raisa. Especially with customers and clients, you'll have a follow-up meeting because you want to take the lead and convert it into a sale. So you'll often have a follow-up meeting. That's nice. I'm going to add that because I think that's a very, very common one, especially with customers. A follow-up meeting. E.g. with potential customers. And customers, right? Because once you've got the customer, of course you want follow-up meetings to make sure they're getting good service, make sure they're happy, right? Brilliant. Now there's a cat here, Mysterious Mist, who needs, how do I pronounce recurring? I'm assuming it's not the cat asking me. Recurring. Recurring. And the stress on the cur. Recurring. 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 A recurring meeting. Oh, MD, very good. Babu, virtual meetings we want. Exactly. We should ask that. Add, because nowadays, of course, we can have a virtual meeting. And of course, we do need to make it clear nowadays, don't we? We need to say, let's have a meeting. What, a virtual meeting or a face-to-face meeting? Face-to-face meeting, I think I would say. Face-to-face meeting. Strictly speaking, you should have the hyphen as well. A face-to-face meeting. Great. Anything else? Bezad, I like this. Could I share this? In Iran, official meetings are rather problem-making. That is so funny. Today, we're not going to solve any problems. We're going to make some problems. But I totally get you. I totally get you. That can be so true. Very, very nice. Fekumodi Agravish says an online meeting. Great. Yes. So a virtual meeting would be the same as an online meeting. Nowadays, because Zoom is so popular, right, we actually even say, let's have a Zoom meeting. Even though maybe it's a different software, we can actually say, you know, let's have a Zoom meeting or let's meet on Zoom. Great. Nasiba, I didn't see what you wrote. I can only see messages flying past. Last one, I think, from Seoul. I have a regular meeting every Monday. Yeah. So that could be regular. It could be recurring. I think both of those are great. Lovely. Very, very nice. Let's have a quick look at adjectives, right, to describe meetings. And I bring this up, actually, because very often with a meeting, you might say, oh, I had a good meeting. right? And that's, well, okay. So what happened exactly? No, it was a good meeting. That's absolutely fine. And you may want to add some more interesting adjectives, right? You could say that was a successful meeting, right? The feeling that you achieved your goal. It was a valuable meeting because it was useful and added value to the participants. Because sometimes you go to a meeting, right, and you walk out of the room going, well, that was a waste of time. I could have been working hard and instead I was listening to that rubbish, right? But if you come out going, oh, I didn't know that, that's really useful. I'm so glad they shared that with us. Then it's valuable, right? It can add value. It can be fruitful. The idea of getting fruit, right? I like apples and bananas. If you get something that is valuable and fruitful, so fruitful means it's beneficial, right? Let me add valuable, very useful, I would say. Extremely useful. Remember your adverbs, right? Extremely useful. Fruitful is it's beneficial. Beneficial, I guess. Basically, it's like the tree giving fruit, right? It has a good outcome. With a good outcome. So the outcome is the result, just in case. With a good result, but a good outcome. You can say result. We tend to say outcome more with meetings. That had a good outcome, right? Beneficial, fruitful. Also, what was the other word? Was there another word? No. So those are some ideas for good, right? It's very, very good. I'm sure you guys have got some. Amit, flabbergasting meeting. Yes, it could be. It could be. It could be a crucial meeting, very important. Yes, yeah. Kalpana, this is nice. Tremendously practical meeting. Lovely. That was a tremendously practical meeting. I love the adverbs, Kalpana. Nice. Great. Nazish says, where are you? A productive meeting. Yeah. Yes, productive, fruitful. So that is the same as fruitful, right? It produces some results, some fruit. What else have you got? And of course, effective. It was an effective meeting. Effective, yeah, kind of focuses on the process. There was an effective process. If you want to focus on the result or the outcome, beneficial, fruitful, good. A rapid meeting. Can I use rapid meeting? That was a fast meeting. That was a rapid meeting. Rapid a meeting, you could, but it's not very common. Otherwise, I say that's a fast meeting, just a fast meeting. Constructive, I like it, Iripi, very constructive, which again is the idea of productive, constructive. It built something useful. These are all kind of metaphorical, right? If you think about it, fruitful is metaphorical. Productive, you're producing something. Constructive, you're constructing or building something useful. They're all metaphorical, but nice. That's good. What about bad? Right? Well, it was a difficult meeting. Difficult means that it was not easy. I mean, it was hard to be effective. It was difficult to get things done, right? That was a difficult meeting. So basically means it was hard work and maybe no clear results. Whoops. Result. Thank you. That was a difficult meeting. So the suggestion is that it's bad. It's not exactly bad, is it? It's a difficult meeting. That was a difficult meeting. You might have a good result, but it was definitely hard work, right? So maybe you've got, for example, maybe there were personality clashes. I can't type today. That's a nice expression. Personality clash is where two people's personality, they clash. And so they cannot agree. personality clashes or disagreements. So I think in those meetings where people disagree and they argue and they fight, it's a difficult meeting. Or a stormy meeting is the same, right? Stormy is just very difficult. That was a stormy meeting. So suggesting it wasn't very good. Fruitless, right? The same with the tree giving you an apple. If your tree doesn't give you an apple, it's a waste of time. Sorry to all apple trees around the world. It's not, of course, it's not a waste of time, but the idea, fruitless, it's not, there's no result, right? Or inconclusive. So no conclusion. It was inconclusive. Now, of course, most meetings, you want a conclusion. You want to know what's happening, but if it's inconclusive, it's in the air. Or pointless. Basically, without meaning, without a point. That was a pointless meeting, you know. Again, you come out and think, oh, what did we talk about? What was the outcome? I don't know. That was a pointless meeting, just a waste of time without meaning. Great. What else have we got from you guys on meanings? Oh, Nasish, you're great. Love it. Frustratingly boring meeting. Love it. That is beautiful language. Very, very nice. What else have we got? A disastrous meeting. Yes, from a Dong. It could be a disastrous meeting if it went really, really bad. What else? Inadequate. I would say, Bazad, not inadequate, but inefficient, yes. Ineffective, yes. I think inadequate would be the chair, right? You can say the chair was inadequate or the leader was inadequate, but not the meeting. A negative meeting from Void, probably, possibly, yes. A Gaurav, freezing meeting. Not sure about that. Breeze meetings, I'm not sure about that. Do you mean this meeting was a breeze? If you say it was a breeze, it was easy. But I'm not sure about a breeze meeting. Ineffective, says Mauro. Yes, ineffective. Again, the opposites of the others. Great. Tedious, says Carlos. Tedious, boring. Absolutely. Yeah. All of these are very, very good. So lots of ways we can describe meetings. Nice. Excellent. Good. Let me take a moment to do what? Take a moment to have a drink. Ba-da-shee-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be bum bum bum. Excuse me. It's got ginger. I'm back to my ginger lemon tea. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got a kick, but it's not very nice to watch me because I get little bits of ginger on my mouth. Talk about making a good first impression. For those of you who are new here today, welcome to the class. My name is Keith, your teacher for today. Oh, guys, and if you don't know it, maybe you are new, check out the website, Keith Speaking Academy. This is the website I have that has lots of information about IELTS, the test, lots of tips, resources, guides for vocabulary, guides for pronunciation, all sorts of stuff. So you can go and check it out there. Good. I have a question for you next. And the question is, what makes a successful meeting? Or what makes a meeting successful? Right? How do you do it? What's the magic? How do you make a meeting successful? If you can, in the chat box, write down something. And I'm going to just wait for you for a moment. Kanwal, please give us some discount for the course. Okay, Kanwal, if you follow the links, the moderators can share the links in the chat, but if you also go to the website, and all of the links have a discount code in the link. So when you press the links, you automatically get a discount if you go through my links. So yes, you do get a discount already. Brilliant. Let's see. So we've got just a random person. Listen carefully to what others suggest. That's great. I'm going to make a few notes as we go along, right? Listen carefully. That's nice. Being participative. Right. That's nice. It would help if I could spell. Look at that. Come on. Being participative. I can spell. I can't type. Teamwork. So having teamwork. Working together. Working as a team. Let's see. That's nice. Lucky girl. You were unlucky, I guess. This is important, Kartik. Having a well-organized chair. Yeah. Having a well-organized chair or leader. I'm going to put chairperson. You can say chair, that's right, or you can say chairperson. In the old days, we used to say chairman. But of course, now so many women are chairs as well that we would say chairperson if you want to be more specific. Include, Zandrex says, include activities such fun and competitive games. Maybe, yes, in a meeting. Good idea. Good idea. The collaboration, so working together as a team. KK says when the agenda is clear of a meeting, so having a clear agenda, I'm going to say, and shared agenda. Sorry, let me take you off for a moment. So having a clear and shared agenda, right? I think it's really important to share the agenda before the meeting. So when people turn up, they know what's going to happen and why they're there. Sometimes you turn up to a meeting and you go, well, what's it about? Do I need to be here? What? And you're not sure. So having a clear and shared agenda, absolutely. Great. Cooperative team, good. Working as a team we've had. Collaborate, nice, very good. Yuko says passion. Well, yes, I think especially for the chair, it's a good point, right? Because Yuko, as you say, sometimes if the chair is like, all right, today we're going to have to do this meeting. I know nobody wants to be here, but we've got to do it. So, okay, let's crack on, right? That's not very effective. So having a chair with passion who makes everybody feel, oh, yeah, this is important, very important, right? So having a well-organized, let's say passionate chair. No, maybe passionate is too strong. Enthusiastic, right? I know some meetings you can't always be passionate, but enthusiastic, absolutely. But I love what you're saying, Yuko. Very, very nice. Roman says good preparation, absolutely. So the idea being well organized, right? Oh, I got it. Class about personality, great suggestion. Got it, right. Shama, specific purpose, right. Having a clear goal, nice. And I guess that's the same with the agenda, having a clear agenda, having a clear goal. I'm going to put your word, purpose or goal or outcome, right? So one thing, thank you, Shama, one thing is having a clear goal, but also having a clear outcome. So the goal is kind of knowing where you want to go. The outcome is knowing what you want things to look like at the end. What's the change you want to see? Or what's the result? What will be different at the end of the meeting, right? So if your outcome is to make a decision, then that's a clear outcome. The decision will be made. There'll be a clear change once the decision is made, right? Your goal maybe is to increase sales. I mean, that's kind of a place to aim for. But the outcome will be, there will be £1,000 increase in sales by this person in the team. and it's just a clearer, maybe more specific. Good. Others. Straightforward leader. Good. Collaboration, says Deep. Nice. Well-organized team. Yep, we've talked about the team as well. We've talked about planning is very important. So having the goal, the agenda, well-planned, a clear, shared and well-planned agenda could do. Attitude, again, this is really important, right? The attitude of everybody about being enthusiastic, or as Yuko said, passionate. Yep. Feku again says a proper conclusion. Good. Yeah. So not only the outcome, but making a conclusion. This is what we've decided. This is what we've done today. Great. Objectives is nice. Excellent. From Sarah. Great. Clear objectives. Brilliant. Lots of great ideas. Too many messages for me to see, but it's great. It's brilliant. What makes a meeting successful? Let's move on. I'm going to share this with you. This is really interesting. This is quite nice. So this, right, is an absolute gold mine of a website. If you're into business and you're into business tools and you're kind of into productivity and being effective and mind tools, I discovered this like 20 years ago. They've been going a long time. And in the beginning, everything was free. Now, most of it's free, but they also, I think they have a membership. But they have some of the best tools, business tools, right? Not English tools, but business tools. And if you check it out, thank you, Paula, and the others, if you can share the link. I think it's a great website also for your English and for your ideas, right? It's really, really useful. So let me just go into it. I'm going to show you briefly to give you an idea of what you might find there. So here, Mind Tools. This is one particular, look at the toolkit, right? They've got all sorts. They've got leadership skills, team management, strategy, problem solving. And this is a toolkit. It's full of tools. That's why it's called Mind Tools. Run effective meetings, right? How do I... So this is like a guide, if you want. How do I host a meeting? There are good meetings and there are bad meetings. Bad meetings drone on forever. Isn't that nice language, right? To drone on just means to continue forever and ever. They go on and on, to drone on. You never seem to get to the point. Another great expression, to get to the point, right? To speak directly about what you want to do. Effective ones leave you energized, right? Not make you, but leave you energized and accomplishing something. You see, it's just, even if you read just one paragraph, you can pick up some fantastic language as well as ideas. So what makes an effective meeting? This boils down to three things. That, again, it boils down to, it means it comes down to, or the most important thing is this. Great language. Love it. They achieve the meeting's objective. They take up a minimum amount of time. They leave participants feeling a sensible process has been followed. Interesting. So they talk about achieving objectives, which we talked about. Time. We didn't talk about time, but having the minimum amount of time. And the feelings of the participants. So we talked about being enthusiastic, but it's also making them feel that a sensible process has been followed. Interesting, right? You can have a look at this. So they talk about using time. Well, they talk about, the objective in detail. They talk about time, making use of time effectively. They talk about satisfying participants, that they've got a sensible process. Meeting etiquette is interesting, right? Meeting etiquette is behavior in a meeting, how you should behave. Etiquette. Etiquette, the American. The customary code of polite behavior in society, right? Nice. That's the etiquette. So it gives you all lots of information, key points. You can even get a download template if you want for, I think this is for the agenda, if I remember correctly. I'm downloading because I trust this website. I know it's a really good website. There you go. You get an agenda. You can get a nicer template for an agenda. Date, time, purpose, topic, item. Great. So you can go and explore the website in your own time. I think it's fantastic. I think, you know, if you're into that kind of productivity, how to be a better business person, you know, and if you're at the start of your career, absolutely invaluable, I think, the information, but also the language. Just read and pick out one or two things that you like. It's nice. Fantastic. Good. Okay. It's time for me to have a drink. Bum bum bum. I should turn my picture off when I do that. Nice. Raw ginger. Apparently it's very good for you. Raw ginger. Okay. Good quality meeting is okay. It's a good quality meeting. I wouldn't say good quality meeting. I would say it was an effective meeting. A good quality product, but not really a good quality meeting. Albert, exactly. That's it. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Exactly, Albert. That's what I'm trying to say. Paola, nice mug. Paola, this mug's terrible. I mean, it's a Cambridge college, right? It's all the colleges in Cambridge, but look, it's falling apart. All the paint's falling off. Everyone's focused on the cup. Where can I buy it? I got it in a souvenir shop in Cambridge when I was back in England a while back. My wife and I took our daughter when she was younger to Oxford University and Cambridge University to give her a feeling, right? Not a goal, but a feeling of, you know, if you want this, these are some of the best universities in the world. Just to plant a seed in her head about education and learning. So we visited the universities, which are beautiful, right? And so, of course, for a young child, they think, wow, this is great. Maybe one day I could go there. It's not for everybody, of course, and it's not pushing. It's just exposing. So in Cambridge, we went to a souvenir shop and bought that mug and lots of other things. I've got a cooking apron, the full Monty. Nice, great. Yeah, Pradeep, come on. You don't know what today's topic is? Seriously? Oh, I didn't make it clear enough, did I? Obviously not. Today's topic is about meetings. Can I speak louder? Right, okay. Yes. Okay, sure. Where do you live? That is confusing for some people. I live in Spain. I'm from Manchester in England. I've spent maybe the last 20 years in Asia, 20 years, maybe in Asia, living in China, Malaysia, Taiwan. And then 3 years ago, me and the family moved to Santander in the north of Spain. Yes. Everyone's asking about the mug. How cost this awesome mug? I can't remember. I bought it years ago. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. You can hear me. Good. Bonjour, Keith. Bonjour, Harry. Ça va? Our meeting with my girlfriend is a recurring meeting. I don't really have a girlfriend. Nice, good. Okay, brilliant, good. So there we are. Let's move on. What's coming up next? Got my eye on the time. Good. Let's have a look at this one. Yes, let me just close this for a moment. And let me take you into our next activity, right? Hopefully you'll like this. Here's the next activity. Okay, the toolbox. So the toolbox, this is where I have a chance to show you a tool. This is something that I use. Actually, I do use it, but I think it's better for students and for learners of English, actually. And this tool I chose because somebody asked me about, in fact, two people last week, they asked me about something on the website. Do you remember? Let me show you. When I was looking at a website and I clicked on a word and this came up, meet, come into the presence of, and you can hear it.
Meet.
Meet, right? Great. Or here, participant.
Participant.
And the question was, how do you do that? Right? Well, this is today's tool. Let me show you. It's free. It's very, very simple. It works on a computer, so on the desktop or laptop. It's a Chrome extension. And guys, if you've not explored Chrome extensions, the Chrome is the Google browser, right? Chrome extension they have a store, the Chrome store, and they've got lots of free extensions that you add onto your browser. So, for example, if you look at my website, not on my website, but here at my browser, can you see up here in the top corner, right? I've got different extensions, and these are Chrome extensions, and they're just very, very simple extensions. Whoops, my VPN. And you can get them in the Chrome shop. I mean, absolutely easy to do. So if moderators, if you could just share the link or go to the Chrome extension and look for the Google dictionary, right? But if we go in here, I will show you. Let me go onto the website and I'll just show you as I'm doing it. You go to the Chrome web store. I say web store, but I think most of it's free. Look for Google Dictionary by Google. Be careful. There are lots of copies and not the same. So it's got to be exactly the same. Google Dictionary by Google. It's free. And it's basically, you can see it shows you here, as you go through, it gives you the definition. You can change the language, but it gives you the definition of words as you're searching. Absolutely, I think it's great. Very, very simple. Trevor, thank you, Trevor. I do try my best. So, Chrome Web Store, there you go. Check out the Google Dictionary by Google. And then once you've installed it, you'll be able to do things like this. Priorities. A fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important. And you can click more if you want to go to the dictionary and get more information, basically by Google. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Chrome extension. Lovely. Let's move on. Now then, I'm going to move on to what's next. Oh, another question. Elsa question. I wrote this down because somebody asked me about Elsa. I have promoted Elsa in a couple of my videos because they've sponsored the videos. And so I have told people about it and they offered a discount. Somebody asked if the discount is still available. The quick answer is yes, it is. The discount is still available. So this is Elsa. For those of you who don't know, where can I get this? Where am I, Keith? For those of you who don't know, it's spelled like this, Elsa. It's a mobile app. So on your phone, you download onto your phone and you can start using it. Then they have some paid options for it. But if you use the link that's on my website, it's on the YouTube. Up Sarah, you're sharing it. That's great. If Paula and Han can also share it, then it's in the chat box. You can click on there and you can download it and you can still get the discount. They're offering a very, very good discount on the full lifetime membership. So Elsa, it's a pronunciation app, basically. It helps you identify sounds, words, intonation, everything around pronunciation where you need to improve. You practice, you speak into the phone, it gives you feedback, you improve. It's a really good learning tool. It's one that I recommend because I think it's one of the best out there. It's got great AI technology, and I think it's really well organized, and it's deep. It's not just, the 44 sounds of English. It goes into all the levels, the sound level, the word level, the phrase level. So you're up on all three levels that you need to practice in pronunciation. So anyway, that was that question about Elsa, just to let you know. All right. Yes, you can download it in the App Store, I think. Yes, is a phone app. Great. Paula, thank you for sharing that. Next up, speaking meditation. Okay. So some of you, I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and it seems quite popular. And this is where I'm just going to talk to you, and all you need to do is relax. Don't sleep, right? It's a kind of meditation. I think it's more of a visualization rather than a meditation, but it can be very relaxing. So basically, what I do for about 3 or 4 minutes is I guide you. You close your eyes and you just follow my instructions, and I kind of guide you through a story to do certain things, to look, to see, to hear, to feel. And all the time, we're going to be practicing, you're going to be listening to the language of today. It's about meetings, as I kind of guide you through a story. It's a bit like guided meditation, but it's not exactly meditation. It's just relaxing, learn English and relax. Simple as that, right? It's not about getting you into a spiritual nirvana. I'm not a guru. I'm an English guru, but I'm not a spiritual guru. But it's about relaxing and learning English. I do think IELTS can be stressful. I know people get really worried about it. This is just 5 minutes where you relax and you enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoy the whole class, but at least for these 5 minutes. Okay. Right. Namaste. Thank you very much. So if this is your first time, it may be a bit strange, but don't worry. Just trust me, follow me, relax. So what I'm going to do is ask you in a moment to close your eyes and just listen to my voice and just follow me. Do exactly what I tell you to do, and just follow me as you listen. Okay. You can close your eyes. It's best if you close your eyes so you're not distracted by things around you. And then I will wake you up. Don't sleep, right? Relax, but don't sleep. But then we will come back to the class after it. So if you're sitting comfortably, are you sitting comfortably? Just relax your body, right? You can just shake a little bit. Relax your shoulders and your neck. I would suggest sit with a kind of a straight back rather than slouching. Okay, sit up a bit, but just relax, and then close your eyes. When you're ready, close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes, and we're going to begin listening. Okay, so first of all, close your eyes. Imagine you're in an office building. A large office space. Maybe you recognize it. Or maybe it's a new place. As you stand and look around, somebody calls you to go into a meeting room. And look, quite a lot of people are going into the room. So you follow them, walking slowly into the room. And as you enter the room, you look around. What can you see? You feel very relaxed. And now you look for a chair and you go and sit quietly down. Everybody around you is busy getting ready for the meeting, chatting, rustling papers, reviewing the agenda. So you take the chance to close your eyes and relax and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And continue to notice your breath entering and leaving you. You can even roll your shoulders a couple of times. And roll your head clockwise. And again. And now roll your head anti-clockwise, the other way. And again, one more time. It's great because it's like you're inside a bubble and nobody can see you and you're just relaxing in the meeting. You can even hear the chairperson starting the meeting as he calls to get everyone's attention. But you keep your eyes closed and relax. It seems like it's a problem-solving meeting, and there's going to be some brainstorming and lots of participation. The chairman is going through the agenda, item by item, making sure everyone has read it. But you just keep your eyes closed, relaxed, breathing in your bubble, and let the words rain over you. Blah, 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 blah. How do you feel? And you start to smile more and more as you realize how unimportant the meeting is, but how important you are. And although the chairperson who scheduled the meeting is trying hard to make it as successful, valuable, fruitful, and effective as possible, you know it will probably be fruitless, pointless, and surely inconclusive. So the meeting is now coming to a close as everybody decides it's time to call it a day. People are shuffling papers, shuffling their chairs as they prepare to leave, and you are super relaxed and calm and will slowly open your eyes. But listen, we're going to leave the meeting and the office now. And after I count to 3, you will come back to the classroom. Well, okay, to wherever you are now. Get ready. 1, 2, and 3. Open your eyes when you're ready and come back into the lesson. And welcome back. Wow. Well, I hope that relaxed you. What an interesting meeting. I wonder what your experience was like. And sometimes when you just listen and let the words rain down on you, It just helps you internalize the language a little bit. Great, how you feeling? Just woke up. Roman says, that was great. I'm here at the moment. Good, great exercise for mental health. Exactly, nice. Awesome feelings. It was like an audio book. Yeah, I guess. There's something now you can get called sleepscapes. I think it's called sleepscapes, where there's a voice telling you a story and you can fall asleep. I think the idea is to relax, but you know, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. But my only warning is if you're watching me at work with your headphones, don't fall asleep because you might lose your job. Thanks for opening my eyes. Yes. Yeah, the boss fired me. Exactly. So be careful. Great. What a wonderful experience. So, nice way to relax. Of course, you are feeling sleepy now. I understand, Farmy. But wake up, have a little drink, have some water. Or if you're like me, get your honey, lemon, ginger tea. I was a bit warm, so I've just changed. I've taken off my jumper. I'd be shocked by your voice. Wow. I hope that's a good shock. It was very relaxing, says Farida. Great. I love the umbrella. That's nice. It's a bit like a yoga lesson, a little bit. Yes, it's all kind of relaxing. So, great. Well done. So, listen, let's move on. Where are we? We've been looking there, right, at a relaxing visualization. What's next up? If I remember correctly, I think next up is idioms, right? To have your work cut out. That's an interesting idiom. Do you know that one? To have your work cut out. Have a think about it. And as you're doing it, we're going to start looking at some different idioms together to help you kind of embellish and enrich your language as you talk about this topic about meetings. So, idioms. Let's come in. I'm going to start with beginning a meeting, right? So, to begin a meeting, it's quite common, and you can say, let's get the ball rolling, right? You've got a ball, get the ball rolling, things start happening. So let's begin. Let's get the ball rolling. And that stress is on the rolling. Try and say it with me. Listen to the intonation. Let's get the ball rolling. Nice. Or let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Okay. Notice it's not get down. The T sound in get it's not aspirate. It's a glottal stop. We kind of go get down, get down. If you're watching my short videos, you'll be familiar with this. Let's get down to business. Can you hear that? Get down. Let's get down. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. There's a song, isn't there, that's just come out about that. Yeah, so great, meaning let's begin. You could also say it's time to roll up our sleeves. Roll up our sleeves is literally, I'm going to have to do it, is to roll up, right, your sleeves. If you can see that. You can't see it. Oh, come on, goodness sake. Do it in a small window. So roll up your sleeves. It means that you're about to start working or to do some difficult work. So if you've got a meeting that maybe is going to be quite difficult and challenging, well, you know, let's roll up our sleeves, right? It's metaphorical. Of course, you don't ask everybody to roll up their sleeves, but you can use that as well, right? It's time to roll up our sleeves, or let's roll up our sleeves. Great. What else have we got? We've got, now, to have your work cut out. To have your work cut out means to have a difficult task to do, right? So let's say you're a salesman and your boss says, right, we're going to increase your sales targets by 50%. And you go, what? I mean, 10% maybe, but 50%? That's difficult. Wow, I've really got my work cut out. I've really got my work cut out. Okay. So it's to have your work. Of course, you can change the pronoun in idioms. You can say, I have my work cut out. They have their work cut out, right? So you can change your pronoun. Good. Sleeves. Do. This. That's the sleeve of the shirt, right? It's the arm of the shirt, basically. Canis, could you brief? Let's get down to business once again. Yeah, so let's get down to business means let's start. Let's get down to business once again. You wouldn't say that. I'm not sure if you're asking me or if you're saying that's a sentence. But basically it means let's start. Let's begin. Get to the point, right? So the point is the tip or the edge of something, the point of the pen. It also, the point of something is the meaning, the real meaning of it, right? Or the purpose, right? What's the point? What's the purpose? To get to the point is to say what you mean directly. I mean, to say what you mean. So the problem is, right, in some meetings and even in some conversations, some people just ramble. They talk about this and this and this, and they go all around the houses. Well, today we're gonna look at this, but maybe if that's possible, we might do this, and possibly we're gonna do that. I was thinking about doing this, but then I'm not sure that maybe because they've done that already. And it's like, what? What are you saying? Get to the point. Oh, okay. Today we're going to have a problem-solving meeting to increase sales. Bam. Clear purpose. Get to the point, right? So to get to the point is to say what you mean. Don't go all around the houses, as we say. Get to the point. Nice expression, okay? Yeah, good. So there are similar expressions, yes. Kenneth, thank you. Where are we? They beat around the bush. So Ramen, that's, yeah, so to beat around the bush is the opposite, right? So let me put that as the opposite. Don't beat around the bush. Please get to the point. So beat around the bush is, don't ramble. Don't go around the houses. It's like visiting every house. Just come to my house. And Kita says, kindly come to get to the point. Kindly get to the point. Yes, I would say without come. Kindly get to the point, right? Keep it simple. Kindly get to the point. Very polite, very nice, lovely. This is very, very strange, right? So just to say something, I've just noticed quite a few messages about cancer. I don't know what that is. I am not sick. I do not have that at all. I think somebody's posted some fake news. That's very, very strange. So please just ignore it. There is nothing wrong with me at all. Pandos, I just noticed your message. Thank you very much. But no, I'm fine. It's just somebody's spread some fake news. Let's come back to our idioms, okay? Don't beat around the bush. Put your heads together, okay? So to put your heads together, let me take this one up, is to collaborate, to work together, basically, to work together. The idea that two heads are better than one. There's another expression, right? Two heads are better than one. Are better than one. So collaboration is better, right? Working together. Put your heads together. It's something sometimes teachers will say to students. Why don't you put your heads together and come up with a plan? But also in business and at work, your boss may say, you two, put your heads together, brainstorm, and come up with a plan. So put your heads together. Nice. Two heads are better than one, right? Basically that teamwork is a good thing. Is a good thing. Great. What else have we got? Work hand in hand. That's nice. Somebody's got that. Who was that? Where was it? It was Bazak. Yes. Work hand in hand. You know, business and work is one of those topics where there are so many idiomatic expressions. I mean, we could be here until the cows come home. There are so many, right? So work hand in hand, again, collaborate. Collaborate. Nice. Put your heads together. Work hand in hand. Two heads are better than one. To be on the same page means to agree. So normally, I'm on the same page. We are. We say we. So normally, are you on the same page? You could say that. Are you on the same page? Yes, we are on the same page. Means we agree. I think that's the most usual use, right? So on the same page, of course, we are looking at the same page of the book. So we're following the same thing. So we agree on something. See eye to eye, be on the same page. Great. Some nice expressions you're coming up with here. One hand doesn't clap. Lovely. Teamwork. You do need teamwork. Good. There's a lot of other expressions you're coming up with. I'm going to come back to some of these. So Pradeep, this is good. You're almost there, right? At the end of the day, we have seen eye to eye. I wouldn't say reached. We've reached an agreement, but we have seen eye to eye, right? So here again, we see eye to eye, meaning that we agree. We see eye to eye. Excellent. Nice. Help. Okay. I'll just put up a few more. We've got blue sky thinking. It's become very popular these days, incredibly popular. Blue sky thinking is this idea of being creative and original. So I think every leader in the world says, come on, everybody, I need some blue sky thinking today. I want you to be creative and original. So we need some blue sky thinking. Great. Now, there are many phrases, right, to say to begin again from the beginning. So to start again. So very often, I guess at work, you try something, it doesn't work, and you have to begin again from the beginning. We say to begin from scratch. To begin from scratch. Or to go back to the drawing board. To go back to the drawing board, which means to go back to the board and begin drawing again, right? From the beginning. Notice the pronunciation here. This word draw, because it's drawing, you put an R sound. Drawing, like ring on the finger, right? Ring, drawing. If you're from Manchester in England, it's drawing with a G. But if you're not, it's drawing with that sound, drawing. To go back to the drawing board. Or to go back to square one. Square one is the first square. You begin again, right? To go back to square one. All three of these are nice expressions just to say begin from the beginning. And finally, at the end, to call it a day is to finish. So from the beginning to the end, it's time to call it a day, which means let's finish. So at the end of the meeting, you can say, well, it's time to call it a day. Thank you for coming. Da, 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 da. Okay, brilliant, nice. What else have we got? We've got eye to agree. Yes, we're on the same wavelength. You can say. You've also got Aung has said that as well. Great. We're on the same wavelength. That's nice. We agree. We're on the same page. That's right. To pull your weight, yeah, is to work, to do, to take on your responsibility and to do your job. Very often we use this in the negative, right? He is not pulling his weight. It means he's not working hard enough. He's not contributing. Great. There's a lot more here. I think I will come back later and try and pick up some of these expressions. But just because of the time, I noticed the time, I'm going to move on, right? We've had a look at lots and lots of idiomatic expressions, right? So I'm going to move on. Oh, next, Kahoot. So we're going to finish up with a review of what we've done today. For those of you who are new, it's a very simple game that we're going to play together to review some of the language. So make sure it sticks in your head after the class. So what I will ask you to do is to go to this website. So stay with me, but in a browser, go to kahoot.it. And me too, I have to go there. And, where are we? And we're going to play the game on Kahoot. So let me just log in. This is a very simple game. There's just 4 questions based on today's topic and language. You have to choose A, B, C, or D. It's actually a color. You choose from a different color. And then we'll find out who gets the right answer and who is the quickest. Because if you're quick, you get some points. And then we can see on the leaderboard who's the winner. So, Kahoot, let's have a look on the website. I'll just bring you in so you can see it here. What you need to do, what I need to do, I'll just turn this one on and put the classic on. So you need to either download the app at Kahoot or just go to kahoot.it and you will put in your name and put in a PIN number, which we will get in a moment. Kahoot is very slow these days. I'm not sure why. Don't worry if you can't get in, because you can always put your answer in the chat box. But look, the game pin is 91074221. Okay, so put in your name and put in the pin 9107421. I can see some people are already joining. That's great. I'll give you a few minutes to join. So it's at www.kahoot.it. You put in your name and the game pin, which is 9107421. Don't worry if you can't get in, you can still put your answer in the chat that we've got in the live lesson. Right, just give me a sec. Okay, we've got quite a lot of people in, so let's get straight into it. Let's start. First question. I am going to blank this meeting. I am going to blank this meeting. Table, chair, bench, or door? What's the correct answer? You've got 20 seconds left. I'm going to blank this meeting. Whoa, well done. Yes, it's to chair a meeting, meaning to lead or organize the meeting. I'm going to chair the meeting. You can table an idea, you can table a motion, but you cannot table a meeting. You would chair a meeting. It's interesting, right, how these simple nouns can also work as a verb, but with a deeper meaning. Well done, all of you. Let's have a look on the leaderboard. Who's first? Jima or Hima is first. Joseph Stalin next, and Feku Chand is next. Brilliant. Question number 2. Which is the odd one out? Which one is different? Stormy, pointless, fruitful, inconclusive. Looks like it's adjectives to describe a meeting. So which one is different, has a different meaning? Stormy, pointless, fruitful, inconclusive. Well done, Raghav. Well done, Arda. Oh, well done. Vast majority got it right. It was fruitful, right? It was fruitful, meaning positive and a good outcome. All the other words are negative. Stormy, pointless, inconclusive, meaning it was a more of a negative meeting. Fruitful was a positive. Well done. Next, Joseph has moved up into first place. Duong is in second. Well done. And Immaculate You is in third place. Here we go. Let's get the blank rolling. Meaning, let's start. Let's get the blank rolling. Ten seconds left. Well done, Sonvu. Love War, well done. Leah, nice. Oh, that's impressive. That's really made me happy. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's begin. Let's start. I guess I use that quite a lot as well. Well done, 192. Excellent. Joseph is still up in first place. Cass is in second. Immaculate Me still in third. Hello from Vietnam is in fourth. Let's move on. The last question. That is a really difficult task. You have your work cut blank. That is a really difficult task. You have your work cut blank. Let's see. Wow, well done. You have your work cut out, right? You have a difficult task to do. Well done. 115 of you got it right. Perfect. Very, very nice. Let's see who was the winner. Third place. Hello from Viet. Well done. Cass was in second, which means, what do you think? Joseph. Joseph Stalin, well done, my friend. Nice. Top of the pops. Hey. Very, very good. Excellent. Well done. So let me come back. Nice. Congratulations. Good. Well done, all of you, for getting some really good answers. And showing that you are paying attention and you're picking up new language through the lesson. You can always go back and review and listen again. Fantastic. Just a quick reminder then that the website that I have, Keith Speaking Academy, if you want to get the notes, which are these, right, all the notes that we've been doing over here, all of these notes I put onto the website, so you can go and get them. You can get them later tonight. If they're not there, possibly, well, definitely tomorrow. I will try and get them out tonight, but there's a lot of things happening at the moment. But when you go to the website, Key Speaking Academy, just go to the free live lessons right at the top, and that's where you can download. You'll get the latest lesson here, so you can click and download the notes. If you want all the others, you can just click and get them directly from this website. Got all the past topics we've done. Great, so they're all there. That's on the website, Key Speaking Academy. Nice, good. If you want to follow me on Facebook, do. I am on Facebook, Keith Speaking Academy. We do have a Facebook group if you want to join us, the Keith Mastermind community for IELTS speaking. Lots of activity there, people sharing ideas and motivating each other to keep going, because it can be very, very hard work on preparing for IELTS, right? Not easy at all. Great. Listen, if you are on YouTube, please do subscribe, right? Come and join me if it's your first time. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Turn on notifications to find out about upcoming videos. On Saturday, I'll be sending out a video. So every week on Saturday about midday, I upload a video. And it's all going to be about the word have. Have you noticed some words in English are very, very simple, like chair and table and have. But as you improve in English, you discover these words have more meanings and much deeper meanings. To chair a meeting, right? Like milk, drinking, to milk a cow. Table, a table, but to table a motion or to table an idea, right? These words have other meanings. In my video on Saturday, I'm going to break down the word have and look at lots of deeper meanings to help you use that word really flexibly, which will help you get a band 7 or above if you're doing IELTS. Great. So that's it. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I do look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Enjoy the summer. All the best now. Take care. Bye-bye.